that was a second. A lot happened in that second. Were you paying attention? Well, watch the replay. Now let's get back to monosaccharides and pay attention.
There are three main monosaccharides: glucose, fructose, and galactose. They're all made up of variations of carbon, hydrogen, and oxygen. The sweetness of a simple carbohydrate depends on the type of monosaccharide it contains. Though it may sound like the name of a ship in a science fiction movie, galactose is a pretty weak sweetener. So simple carbohydrates made from galactose aren't all that sweet. Glucose is the next sweetest monosaccharide, and fructose is mouth-puckeringly sweet. Glucose, or blood sugar as it's commonly called, is one of the body's main sources of energy. It's the only sugar that feeds the brain. Often, long-distance runners take glucose tablets or consume sports drinks made with glucose to raise their blood sugar level in the hope of getting more energy.
For most endurance athletes, it makes sense to use glucose supplements if their exercise routine or competition lasts longer than 90 minutes. But for your average athlete, water is just fine. Water is used for the transportation of nutrients through the body and for the overall maintenance of body temperature. Your body has enough readily available stores of glucose for most sports, so water should sufficiently help regulate the process.
Okay, so that was an introduction to monosaccharides, the first type of simple carbohydrate. The other type of simple carbohydrate is a disaccharide. Disaccharides are just pairs of monosaccharides. They're all made up of some combination of glucose and one other monosaccharide. So the disaccharides are all either glucose and fructose, or glucose and galactose. The disaccharide made up of glucose and glucose is maltose. This is also known as malt sugar. Lactose, or milk sugar, is made up of glucose and galactose. And sucrose, or table sugar, the sugar that you put on your cornflakes in the morning, is made up of glucose and fructose.